Hello everybody, and in today's video we're going to be doing another modeling exercise, and this time we'll be creating this model right over here. I chose this model specifically because you can see that there are some complex details, you could say, on a curved surface which are usually much more difficult to replicate as compared to in a flat surface. So yeah, this model, I felt that it was really great to practice your skills. So let's just jump right into the process of creating this model. Okay, so I'm now in the Blender window and I will delete everything. And I would like to first open the same image over here so I know what I'm working with. And now what I will do is I will add in a simple plane. Now what I'm trying to do right now is that I'm trying to get this basic shape done and out of the way. So I need to get this basic plane or curve plane, and then I will focus on the details. And now we'll go towards and we'll move towards creating this hole right in the middle. So for that, what I'm thinking is that what I can do is I can maybe I need to add 5 instead of 4. So now I did 5. So now I can just take these faces and now I will insert these. And now after inserting, I will actually, I would say that I'll select these, all of these edges, and I will circle these up using the loop tools add-on. I will go over here and I will turn off the flatten option so it actually follows the curvature of our shape. Otherwise you will see that it's completely flattened and you can see that we get shading problems. If I even add a matte cap, and you see that it just pops out, the shading is pretty bad. But if I do that again and wait, yeah, I do it the circle and I turn off the flatten option, so you can see now the shading is much better. So yeah, this is the advantage of the flatten option. Although I would like to make these better, and I would say this is a good time to add a subdivision surface modifier, and I will do just that. Now we have gotten this circular shape. Now we need to make these extended parts. First I'll say, no, actually let's just focus, let me erase all of it, and let's just focus on this one. Let's just focus on this part. Kind of crease them. We are just creasing it temporarily. We will be beveling them, so you do not need to worry about that. So yeah, now we have gotten this shape. Now let's move towards this extruded part, and for that I will do the same technique, which is of beveling, but this time I believe that I should do it with only one, with not 2 segments but just one. This is just a simple bevel. As you can see, it just looks too boxy right now, which I don't like. So I'm just gonna tweak some things and then we will come back. Now let's focus on creating these parts. As you can see, these parts are very smooth, and in these parts it is much more sharper, and in these parts it is much more smoother. And as you can see, there's like a fade effect going on, kind of like so. From what I'm seeing, you can see that there's this kind of fade effect going on. So we're going to replicate that right now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bevel these selected edges, and I'm not going to bevel these ones, otherwise it will just sharpen this up quite a lot, and I do not want that. And to be honest, it looked fine with just the crease. if I want, I can bevel it with a larger amount later on, but for now I just want to bevel this one, so you can get this kind of result. And now what I'm going to do is I will actually uncrease all of these, and now I will move these upwards to get this smooth effect that is present in the actual shape. So as you can see, you can already see that it just goes in this direction and just fades away the crease. So that is exactly what we wanted. So we can tweak it around, make it much more better, fix up the topology and everything like that. So at this point, just a matter of fixing up the things, making things better, and yeah, just tweak things around, see what works the best for you. Alright guys, so I've just been playing around with the shape and I've basically just added a bevel. Firstly, I've just fixed some things up, making it look much more like the reference right over here, and I have added this bevel right over here, both at the top and the bottom as well. So yeah, this is what I've been doing. I'm sure you have seen it in the time lapse, and as you can see, it looks I would say pretty close, and the topology is I would say it's great. It could be better, but it's good enough, I would say. And this is the shape that we have. You can see it for yourself. And I would say that we could have worked a little bit better to match the shape of this hole. Wait, what's the line? Why is it a line? Yeah, so I was just saying that we could have matched the shape. I would say the shape is also okay. We can just fix it a little bit over here. It's not fixing, but just matching the reference. But overall, the shape looks pretty great. The shading, let me show the shading. Shading is pretty decent, as you can see here. And the bevels add a really nice reflection to it. As you can see, you wouldn't get these if you crease them. And this is the final shape that we have. So yeah, I would hope that you have learned something new from this lesson, and you have, then make sure to comment that what you learned in this lesson. So yeah, let's just wrap things up and we'll meet in the next one. Have a great day.